All right.
Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on what part of the world you are in. This is Big Girl Diary. Okay. Oh, man. Oh my goodness. There is a lot going on. And between Kris Jenner and her health scare, Rick Ross getting his knot rocked, and Jennifer Lopez can't keep a man. Oh man, there's a lot going on there with all of that. So much going on. And it's like, where do I begin? Where? I like that instrumental. Oh man, there's so much going on. Let me check on my other program, make sure everything that you could hear me, everything is going well. Okay, good connection. Fabulous. Fabulous, fabulous. Okay, let's get into it. Wait, I got a comment already. Hey, Carolyn Knight, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? And happy 4th. You know something? You're absolutely right. Let me go ahead and give a shout out to the United States for the independence. It's independence. So let me make sure I do that. I would not be a decent American if I didn't do that. All right. Happy 4th. Happy 4th. And have a happy, safe 4th of July. I'm telling you, people already start celebrating. I see all these Roman candles. I hear all these blockbusters. You know, it is just a bit much. Oh, thank you. I'm doing well. I am doing well. My other channels, Politics with Laura, I got over 36,000 on Instagram and got over 2,000 on YouTube. It seems like that the politicians are taking my videos down because I'm making connections that I'm not supposed to make. So I had to go to Rumble. So I'm putting stuff on Rumble that's controversial. But I digress. Oh my goodness. Oh, okay. Where do I begin? Okay, Kris Jenner. If you don't know who she is, Kris Jenner is the mother of Kim Kardashian, Khloe Kardashian, Kourtney Kardashian, Robert Kardashian, and Kendall and Kylie Jenner. Yeah, I just said a lot. and I feel really bad for her because she's 67. Not that she's 67. She looks great for 67. But she has a health scare. Now, one thing that women that we do, and I'm going to get into it, as far as where Kris is concerned, but I got to give a little background info. Let me put her thing up. We have to we have to be beautiful at all times for the men that are in our lives because men are visual. And if you don't maintain that visual edge, let me see. You said, oh, okay, thank you. You said I'm not a social media person, but I love your work. I appreciate you. That means so much. Thank you. That means so much because I work hard. And plus, I love what I do. I love doing this. If I would have known that this was so much fun, I would have done this years ago. But hey, you live and learn. So men are visual, right? And Kris was able to snatch a younger guy. What's his name? Corey Gamble snatched a younger guy. She's 67. He's like 40, 41, 42. Look, they are in two different generations. Okay. He's at a latter part of Gen X and she's at the latter part of the baby boomers. Either way, a 25, a generation difference. But she took somebody, man. She took him. She pulled a share. I'm not laughing at that. I'm just thinking, okay. But by maintaining being beautiful, whenever you dye your hair, right? You dye your hair, rinse your hair, perm your hair, you put anything on your hair, and especially makeup, that seeps into your body, right? It goes someplace. Whenever you put that stuff on, right? And it rests on your scalp, believe me, it goes through your pores. We are a porous people, not poor, but we have pores. And whenever we put something on there, it seeps in. And for women, it just so happens that the perms, the dyes, all that stuff, it goes straight to your reproductive area. Let me see. Okay. Carolyn says, it seems so exhausting to me constantly trying to keep up with looking fabulous for all times. I'm 55 and I'm done. You know something? Me too. Look, I'm done with that. I'm happy with my headband and I keep it pushing. Okay, right? But you know, some people, some women, we have a habit of, because you have a man that has a status, and there is truth to that. What type of man that gives women status? So, and I've been listening to the Red Pill, and I don't know about you know, they're a bit interesting, and I'll leave it just like that. And I'm not going to name any content creators because they're doing well. They got their niche. I have my niche, and all right. But on the side of the women, of the content creators, they got their thing too. But I simply say is this: whether if you have a man or not a man, do you feel comfortable with yourself? Because sometimes you're not going to attract the man that you believe that you have, and there's enough delusion going on with women. We don't need any more categories to fall into because we compartmentalize. And even though people say that we don't, we do. We do. We do it unknowingly. It is subliminal, uh, uh, compartmentalizing what we do. Can't believe it. This wild. But so Kris, I believe she dyes her hair. I believe she does. And by her doing that, she has a, what she say, a small tumor. And I happen to find this on what do you call it? The oh, that's the wrong one. People's Magazine. And I'm sorry, Kris is 68, reveals that she's very scared about her ovaries will be removed after doctor found a tumor. Now, with that, oh, how you doing, Jacqueline? How you doing? How's it going? But now that and tumors are clumps of cells. You know, I'm not going to get into it because I don't understand it to a degree for me to actually have a conversation or even by myself about it without someone who's a professional or who knows way more than I do. But those clumps of cells came from someplace. Yes. Yes, you said hair dye is dangerous. Eyelash glue, yes, dangerous. Surgery is dangerous. Yes, it most definitely is. And we do that to attract men. I mean, we don't do that to attract other women, or we may dress or try to do better to make somebody else jealous as far as another woman. Oh, I'm doing better than you. You know, whatever it is, we have the little catty ways, but most of the time, or 99.99999 and 0.5% of the time, it's about a man and attracting men saying, yeah, I still got it. Yeah, I still got it. We do that. Let's see. Oh, hey, girl, this white girl loves you. Oh, you know something? Love you too. And whether if you're white, brown, pink, bleep, 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 whatever it is, love is love. And I appreciate you loving on me. Thank you. I need all the love I can get. And I'm trying to get to 5,000 subscribers. Okay, I'm silly. but she had that. Now, for me, I can most definitely attest to it because it is scary because I had a cyst on my ovary and fibroid tumors on my uterus. And it, it, and I used to dye my hair and I used to perm my hair a long time ago. I haven't done it in years, about what, 10, 15 years, but still, it doesn't take away the fact that I did it. Look, God may forgive you, but your body simply may not. And I'm not taking anything. Okay, let me not even go that direction. But that is where she is at now. So let me see what else I want to. So I thought it was interesting because she says, this week on the episode, The Kardashians, a 68-year-old manager is on vacation in Aspen when she shares a scary health update with her boyfriend, Corey Gamble, and her daughters, Kim, Chloe, and Kendall. I want to tell you guys something. And then she goes on saying that the doctor found something and it was very emotional. Now, I know, like for me, when I had that scare and I had to sit my two adult children down saying, look, the doctor found this. Let me take this background off. It's a little strange sometimes. Yeah, Carolyn said I dyed my hair for years and I had to stop because I felt like I was telling my body, yeah, that I wasn't good enough and beautiful. Yeah. Yeah, we have to get to the point to where we are comfortable knowing that we're aging. We all been 20, 25, and we were in the height of our ness, right? And this guy told me, he said, hey, something, BGD, there is a 21-year-old, a 21, every year there's a new 21-year-old. I mean, every day there's a new 21-year-old. And I looked at him. Of course, I had to give him the middle finger. The middle finger. I was like, how dare you? But then I had to stop and think, it's true. I had my time to shine. And as I'm getting older, there are certain things that I have done back then, and we're none of the wiser because we're too into our vanity that the things that we are doing then will affect us down the road. Because of our hard-headedness and because that we simply do not listen, because we know everything. We know everything that we don't stop to think about tomorrow. We only think about today. And so I could only imagine that Kris being a baby boomer and her being 67, and she's looking back, well, damn, I do that. Okay, wait a minute. Carolyn says, yep, with age comes wisdom. That is very true. Because we have been through some things. Knowledge with experience makes wisdom. Knowledge without experience just makes you just read some books. That's about it. You haven't experienced anything. And that is so true. With age comes experience. It's something. And my heart goes out to her. Oh, but let me go back to my children. No, I sat down and I talked to my children, and the look on my son's face, it was I could feel Kris, And even though that she's on TV and she reality star, but I felt that right there, to me, in my opinion, was sincere because she had those big alligator tears, and looking and her children, or Kim, I don't know, you can't quite tell. She has so much work done. If she was able to cry, okay, let me stop. Let me walk that one back. That wasn't very nice. Forgive me. But looking at my son, looking at him, because my daughter had a C-section, my son, I had natural. No epidural, no nothing. Ugh. 72 hours of labor. I wouldn't let me stop. It was a rough one. But looking at his face, and he's looking at me, my mom is going to go. What am I going to do without my mom? And that hit me to my heart. My daughter the same. But I'm just, I'm having that conversation and sitting down and telling them, okay, this is what's going on with me. I want you to understand it. Now I tell my mom, she goes, oh, just stop it. Just stop it. Just give it a second. It's not what you think it is. I'm like, well, I'm coming to you with my fears. She said, BGD, I've been on this earth for a long time. I'm one of 15. I seen it all, heard it all, and I lost a couple of my siblings. No, do not buy into that. And let go through the process, get all these tests done, and then when you find out that you scared everybody for no damn reason. And that's exactly at that point, it wasn't it was more of a scare. The second time around, I had to have surgery. So I completely understand where she's coming from. And I don't mean to babble so much or, tell my personal stuff, but, somebody may need to hear it. And if I can help somebody going through having a scare issue with reproduction or whatever it may be, go through it and lean on somebody. Don't have a baby boomer flower child mother. It's not going to go very well. They're too self-absorbed. Oh man. Okay, Jacqueline says, sorry to say, but I lost my oh wow. Oh my goodness. And that right there is that is very real. And I believe more needs to be done. We need more study, more research, and as far as these products that we have wear to to stay relevant and keeping up with our men, we need something that we're able to use that is not going to come back in a cancerous way or take us out at a young age. So, more research needs to be done. These products that we use, there needs to be research done on that to where we can use these products and it's going to be safer for us to use the makeup, the hair products, the perms, the dyes. Just my thought on it. And Carol says, I'm so sorry. Yeah, Jack, look, we give you love. We give you love. Just think of the good times. The good times. Now, you want to talk about something good? Now, I'm going to turn it to Rick Ross. He got his chin checked. Look, there are some people whose arrogance and narcissism gets the best of them. And then you take somebody else's name and claim it as your own. And then you're living the life that you want to live, that vicariously through him, but you take it and make money. Yeah, Rick Ross, I'm really not into your music. I'm really not into your music, but I see some things what's going on out there. And you had no business taking your hind parts up to Vancouver, Canada, going to a music festival and getting disrespectful. That right there was uncalled for. But I left the video on my community page. Check that out. And Icarus, a rapper named Icarus, humbled you. A rapper named Rick Ross. Okay, let me show you who he is. Let me bring up his picture. Oh, okay. Wait a minute. Let me. Okay, wait a minute. Let me bring it up. Hold on for 1 second. No, not there. I know I have it. Come on, Rick Ross. I know I uploaded your. Okay, let me find it and upload it. But he got his knot rocked. He's over there being disrespectful, saying you're not like us. You're not like us. Why would you do something that disrespectful? You go to somebody else's country and you're going to where's it at? A music festival, and the only thing that you're able to do is just be straight disrespectful? Nah. No, 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 no. Here he is. This is Rick Ross. That's him. He's a rapper in his 50s, I believe, and got his chin checked. Him and everybody in his entourage got knocked, just Okay, wait a minute. You made my day. And Kathleen, a shout out. The little thing that can be made in a person's life. Well, thank you very much. I'm glad I made you laugh, but I know one person who's not happy. Rick Ross. It's nothing like to see someone get humbled. Nothing like it. Because his arrogance and him with his he had a guy in his entourage, 6'8". He got beat down. Everybody else got beat down. The people around got beat down. Look, Vancouver, the rapper named Icarus is about that life. And Rick Ross, who talked about being about that life, met somebody who was about that life, and he got humbled by somebody who's about that life, that he tried to portray that he was about that life. Take that L, Rick. Rick, take that L. Wait a minute. Take the 2 L's. What does it do? And what does it do? Take a picture. I'm so silly. Oh my goodness, wait a minute. Carolyn says, wow, yeah, you live by the sword and you're going down by the sword. That is so true. That is so true. Yes, Rick, yep. He had some ketchup. Oh, yeah. I mean, it was something. And he's out there like, oh, I'm bowdy, bowdy. I'm bowdy, bowdy. I mean, if you don't know what that means, it's so oh my goodness. It's bowdy bowdy means about that life, about that life. No, you're not. You're about that life until tested. And and rapper Icarus, I believe rapper Icarus from Vancouver has I think he's affiliated with Death Row Records with Snoop Dogg. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that, but can't stop laughing. Some people need to be humbled. It's just that. And now they're saying that what's his name? Drake, saying that Drake had something to do with it. Now, why would Drake have something to do with it when Drake and Kendrick Lamar are going back and forth. Nah, Ontario and Vancouver are at a great distance apart. That means that he would have to get on a plane, send some people going 5 hours by plane. I don't think so. And I caught that Canadian were so chill. Look, I'm telling you, there are. I don't care where you go. You are gonna meet people that are about that life, right? Whether if you're in Canada, whether if you're in Iceland, and I'm telling you, I wouldn't fool with anyone for these two places, period, under any circumstances, unless if they were saving my life. Okay. People in the Norwegian countries up there, big people. I mean, you have somebody named Helga giving you a back rub, slamming you on the. Oh my goodness. Giving you a back rub. Oh, all strong. Oh. and over in Siberia. No. They're about that life. There are some people who you just leave alone, right? Just leave alone. In Canada, certain sections, people are like, oh, well, Canadians are chill. They're chill. But don't go up there and messing with them. I mean, Canada is chill until activated. And it just so happened that Rick Ross went and activated the wrong person. he activated the wrong person. He activated Icarus, and now I don't know if it helped him. Let's go ahead and see. Let's take a look. Okay, Rick Ross. Yeah, I think some bruises would help him. It would help him. Some bruises would help him. It would help him. But when you take somebody's identity, now Freeway Rick Ross, he was back in the 80s a big time rug dealer between the US and Nicaragua. And that was back in the 80s, the Iran Contra and all that stuff. I mean, I have information backing up what I'm saying, but it's not for this channel here, but just to give you some background. Because Rick Ross, I can't remember his real name. The rapper took the real Rick Ross and his identity and then became a rapper. Now, the rapper Rick Ross was actually a correctional officer, I believe in Florida or Georgia. Don't quote me on that. Someplace on the East Coast. So then he became the rapper until he got tested by Icarus. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Dr. Aiken. You all got jokes. This right here is a great 4th of July. It's starting off great. You all are too much. Yeah. So Rick Ross did that. He took his identity until the Rick Ross came out and blasted him. Say, hey, why did you take my name? You don't glorify that. I spent years in prison thinking about what I did, and you're glorifying that, thinking that it's cool having young people to live that life and wind up where I was. No. So he blasted him, and then he found some kind of way to rebrand or whatever. That guy's a jerk. So Rick Ross is which one? The rug dealer? Okay, Rick Ross, this right here is a correction officer. He's the rapper. Let me see if I can find the real Rick Ross. Wait a minute. Let me use my other one, the real Rick Ross, so you can have an understanding. And he's spending his time and energy doing nonprofits trying to get young people to get them off the streets. Okay, real Freeway. Freeway Rick Ross. And you're going to take a look and say, what? Oh, here's them side by side. Okay. Okay. Hold on. Give me a second. Now, the freeway Rick Ross, he'll tell you himself. He said that he was illiterate. And he said he was illiterate. Hold on, I'll answer your questions real quick. He said he was illiterate, didn't know how to read, and at some point he did learn. So it was easy to get him into certain circumstances by him not having certain knowledge. Now, the one on the right with the suit on, that's the real freeway Rick Ross. The one next to him, the chubby guy, is a rapper Rick Ross. So, yeah, but the rapper Rick Ross got his knot rocked big time. Let me see. Oh, okay. All right. I'm glad you all are enjoying. Yeah, you see. Look, okay, another comparison, because this right here is just Rick Ross, him on his own, right? And from what I understand, he gets a lot of women, a lot of beautiful women. And those beautiful women don't necessarily like him. They like his money. And unfortunately, we're at the point to where we go after the alpha male. And in these spaces, there's a difference between an alpha male and the beta male. And the alpha male can have money but not be alpha. He only has money. He doesn't have connections, or he's not looked upon as a man. And then on the other side, you have the, as they call, beta male men that I might say Rick Ross may be in that section over there, right? The beta male. Now, here they go again. Let's compare them, okay? Rick Ross, the real freeway Rick Ross, and then Rick Ross the rapper. Oops, let me take that down. Yeah, I mean, I just thought that was like, wow. Yeah, alpha males. Yeah, um, alpha males, alpha, okay, alpha males have their place. Beta males have their place. Everything has their place. And for me, I like men with purpose. A man without a purpose is a dangerous man. And he's dangerous because he knows that he is supposed to be ahead of the family. By him being ahead of the family, and he has no clue of A, how to lead, B, what it takes to make it, and C, how do I keep my woman happy and maintain my family when I'm confused and I don't know what the heck I'm doing. I mean, it gets deep. It gets really deep. Now, there are certain types of alpha men. Now, you don't have to be all the strong guys and all. No. That isn't what alpha is about. Being an alpha, from my understanding, and what men say, and what I like, because I do like alpha men, but I don't like a man barreling over me and, no, no. But just a man who understands his place, a man who is well revered amongst other men. And in his realm, he's looked upon having certain status and does certain things within the community in which he is in. And other men want to be him. Now, I like those types of guys. Now, there are some beta men. Not all of us are lucky enough to marry an alpha man. We get a beta man, and then the women, wind up being the head of household, the breadwinner, doing everything while he's still trying to figure it out. I mean, that, you know, I don't know if that's Rick Ross. I just know I think that he's just in my book a jerk, and he got humbled and he got two-piece by a rapper named Icarus in Vancouver, Canada. It was well deserved, right? Oh my goodness. Oh man. Let me see. Jacqueline says, "I'm a lesbian. It seems to work." Well, same thing. Same thing. Now, answer me this question, Jacqueline. When you're with a woman or you're looking at another woman as a potential mate, one of you are going to be alpha and one of you are going to be beta. And I don't mean that in a negative way, because one is going to lead and one is going to follow. One is going to have certain attributes and the other one isn't. Okay, how can I say this? One is going to have certain attributes, right? And where you're strong, she may be weak. Where she's weak, you may be strong. So then you both complete each other. But you don't have two betas or two alpha. No, it doesn't work. Even in magnetism, the likes repel, opposites attract. Let me see. And I hope that makes sense. I hope it does. But for wow, I just lost a lot of people. I didn't hope I didn't offend anybody. I wasn't trying to do that. But with Rick Ross, Jennifer Lopez. Oh my goodness. J-Lo, J-Lo, J-Lo. This woman has a hard time keeping a man. She's at the level of Evan Rachel Wood, Amber Heard. I mean, I could go Evan Rachel Wood and Amber Heard have a hard time keeping a man. J-Lo, besides her, let me charge my J-Lo, besides from what people say, oh wait a minute, Carol, you say your issue is Sigma. Oh man. Oh wait a minute. Jacqueline says, yeah, my wife is alpha, and I fought. Right. And that's how it's supposed to be. Imagine having two alphas. Two people can't lead. You only have one person in the kitchen, the chef, and then you have the sous cook, and then everybody else doing their part. But yeah, absolutely right. And it doesn't matter whether if it's heterosexual, whether if it's lesbians or gays, whatever. You have to have that distinction, alpha and beta, or sigma. I got to remember that one. But my issue, Sigma. Carolyn, you're too much. You're too much. But J-Lo, she, J-Lo, from what people say, she is so unlikable. And when she goes back to the block, Jenny from the block, they're like, when she came, she was mean to the children. I'm like, I kind of believe that. Let me bring up her. Did I upload her picture? No. Oh yeah, I did. Nope, that's not her. My bad. I'm sorry. Nope, I thought I had her picture. Too kind. Oh, wait a minute. Ben isn't the nicest person on the planet though. But Jetter is better off without the dude, even if I don't know about Ben Affleck, so I'll take your word for it. from my understanding, he had a drinking problem, and that can make people behave in a manner in which they may not behave, or it can make them enhance their behavior and take it a little extra. But J-Lo cannot keep a man. And P. Diddy said it. He said he wouldn't marry J-Lo because she is not serious about marriage. And look at how many times she's been married. And it's so wild because she married her backup dancer, and then she married another guy. Then she married, who was it? She married another guy before Mark Anthony. Then she was dating Ben Affleck. Then when her and Ben broke up, then Mark Anthony divorced his wife to go marry Jennifer Lopez. Who does that? Mark, who does that? You're married to your wife, and you're there like, okay, I'm looking at the newspaper. Oh, they broke up. Oh, honey, I want a divorce. Yeah, Jen is available. I want a divorce. I mean, hey, Mark Anthony, one question. Was it worth it? Was the grass greener on the other side? I mean, I just want to know. I'm asking for my cousin. My cousin wants to know. And her inquiring mind wants to know if you divorcing your wife to be with Jennifer Lopez, for you to only be together for what, 2-3 years, and you got two twins, and you have a set of twins, to only break up. And let me ask you, did you run back to your ex-wife? Probably ran back fast. You didn't know what you were getting into. But okay. Jacqueline says, my interaction with Ben was professional. Made his eye. Oh, wow. Did he pay you a lot of money? Did he pay you decent money, or is he cheap? Because it seems like the more money you have, the cheap you are, or the cheaper you are. We see Carolyn says, I met him at a casino in Vegas, and he was less than pleasant. Oh, wow. Well, I guess maybe I was wrong about magnetism. Two people that are alike do attract. Oh, man. But from my understanding, Jennifer Gardner, I never met her, but from what I heard from interviews is that she's a very decent person, down to earth, and pleasant to be around. And if Ben is an unpleasant person and he was with a person that was pleasant, they sort of like, they were together long enough to have 3 children. And I have to say, their oldest daughter, Violet, looks just like Jennifer. That must be a in his face all day long. Wow. And it's really wild. I mean, I'm just sitting here thinking about it. Like Oliver Peoples Optician Sunset. Oh, okay. $900 for 3 pairs of glass. Wow. I'm always trying to catch those deals at American Best. Oh, but when you have money like that, and that's good. I get the feeling she's pleasant, but I don't know. Yeah, because she, for me, and this is just me on the outside looking into their glass window. She just, to me, she seems to be like a pleasant person. As far as Ben, I'm not sure. I wasn't really too interested in, checking him out. Most definitely, most definitely. He better pay you extra. Oh man. But I really feel bad for the children. I do, because when you have a parent that's way out there like that, having a problem, and they are a person that is a public figure, and whatever they do, people are like snapping shots, and then you're going to school minding your own business, and you're not in a limelight. Many people don't know who you are, and you're walking down the street. I'm gonna get the ice cream. Yeah, that Ben Affleck, he's a terrible drunk and blah blah blah. And then you got to hear that. It's like, mm. And it's awful. You going on YouTube or social media, and yeah, Ben Affleck, J Lo, they Jennifer Gardner. She's trying to keep Ben Affleck together when he married J Lo, and it's just a mess. And I try to be very careful as a content creator to keep that in mind whenever I talk about art, celebrities, and whether if I talk about politicians. I try my very best to keep the families in mind, because they are there by proxy. They didn't ask to be there, and it's unfortunate. Um, oh, that was when in the early 80s and 90s. Mm, yeah, man. So the glasses. Hold on for a second, my sister. Goodness. I'm live streaming, and my sister still talking. I'm live streaming. Hey, Andrea, I'm live streaming. I'm gonna send her this one. I'm gonna cut out a little clip. I'm gonna say, Andrea, I'm live streaming. When I say I'm live streaming, you immediately hang up. But if I were to ignore her call, wait a minute. Do you wait, okay. Sidestep for a second. Do you have any family members to where if you don't pick up and you send a message, hey, I'll talk to you later, or if you don't send a message at all and you don't pick up the phone, then they start calling other people to get to you? Am I the only one that has somebody like that in their life? Am I? Look, I can't be the only one. I know I'm not. That's right. Hey, Andrea. Hey, Andrea. Yeah, yeah. Because she'll do it. My sister, okay. I love my sister. She gives me gray hair. Now, I'm a Gen Xer, and I have always said that, not always said, but I have said that my mom had me late in life. I was the oops baby. And nobody wants to hear that they were the oops baby, right? That was me. Well, my sister is a latter part of baby boomers, right? She was born in 61. So if I don't pick up the phone, she'll call my daughter, she'll call my son, she'll call my mom, she'll call anyone that she has a number that knows me. And next thing you know, I get a bunch of calls. Could you please pick up the phone because your sister is bothering me? It's just my sister. I don't know if she's the only one in the world that does that, or if there is a level of people that congregate on social media saying, okay, this is what we're going to do this month. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. Thank you. Me too. Yes. Yes. but it's wild. But back to J Lo. I mean, now J Lo and P Diddy. This is wild. This is really wild. Let me bring this up again. Let me bring up this photo. Oh, doggone it! I don't have. No, that's Takeoff and what's her name? Cardi B. Did I? Doggone it! I don't have any pictures of J Lo. This right here is. I thought I had it, and I don't. This is. Ugh. Okay. Well. She. As P Diddy said that J Lo doesn't take marriage seriously, and if you look at her track record, she got married and divorced several times. Now, I would jump out the window by saying that she started the divorce. She started it. And when she started it, her ex-husbands got a couple of $1 million out of her. But here with Ben Affleck, he had no idea. I believe he had no idea what he was getting into when he got with J Lo. She had an air of street life with her, which she didn't. That was all an act. She just had a funky attitude. Um, and being culturally different and moving in a different way, that right there can attract people who normally would not, be with each other, but they come into eye contact and see something a little different, seeing something like, hey, that is different. Like me, I'm gonna throw me out there. My ex-husband's from Nicaragua, so when we saw each other, we were very, very different from one another. But there was something that, attracted us both together by us being different. So, yeah. And that funky attitude. And she most definitely had one. And I think she still has, well, actually, no, she still has one. Stuff like that don't go away. Now my oldest sister, Andrea, she has that funky attitude too. I don't that, yes, not on that level of Jennifer Lopez to where you have bodyguards coming into a school knocking children over. Not that kind of funky attitude, but let me go ahead and say this real quick because I thought this was so funny. When she married Mark Anthony is so machismo, right? He's walking out through the crowd, pushing people over, trying to make a way for Jennifer that he forgot to get her. He's like, get out the way, get out the way. People flying all over the place. They look, then he had to go back on over, grab her, and start pushing people. It was funny, but the thing was that Jennifer, was a little taller than Mark Anthony with heels on. And I didn't know Mark Anthony was, who was it, like 5'4". For some reason, I thought he was taller. I thought he was at least about 5'8", 5'9". And that was just average for men. I had no idea that he was my height. Wow. Okay. I thought it was something. I knew you spoke Spanish. Oh, I did. De vez en cuando habla español. De vez en cuando. Hay tiempo, no puedo hablar español perfectamente bien. No. No puedo poner dos palabras juntas. Yo no sé. Posiblemente es aquí. No sé. Tiene dos idiomas chocando. Yeah, I didn't know that he was short. I really didn't know. I didn't know because he had that. He gave a like on stage. He gave a persona that he was taller. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. But hey. Oh my goodness. You are a mess. You got that right. Never, ever. Mark. You got that right. Mark. Never, ever marry your side piece. You got that right. Never. Oh, wait a minute. I'm good. I understood everything you said. Oh, wow. Okay. Mm. You know what's funny? Is Spanish is is so, how can I say, like English. You have British English, you have American English, you have Caribbean English, and then you have oh wow, Scottish English. You have the Northern English. I heard these people from Ireland speaking English. I was like, I didn't understand what you were saying. It was like so different. But as an English, same with Spanish. Now, where I live at, I live in a DMV area, um, Maryland, Virginia, and DC area, and there are some. I can talk to somebody from Mexico, right? And whenever they get into their, how can I say, side language, and then somebody from El Salvador, oh man, look, El Salvadorians can take their L's and their R's and interchange. I'm like, look, stop doing that. It's not comil. Yo quiero comil. I mean, what? Comil, comer, comil. I mean, it gets wild, right? So imagine having 23 countries. Yes, I said 23 because Equatorial Guinea speaks Spanish as well, an African country. And then when you go to Argentina, I mean, that is a strange Spanish. I mean, it's mixed with Spanish and German, and they slap it together. It's like, whoa, okay. It gets really, 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 really out there. And we may say restaurant, and they may say cola, and I think of cola as a drink, and next thing you know, it's a free for all. And matter of fact, I remember I was taking this linguistics class, right? And there was a lady from Honduras, a lady from El Salvador, a lady from Colombia. She was loud and obnoxious. A lady from Dominican Republic, she was loud and obnoxious too. I mean, it just so happened, it just okay. Then it was me and two ladies from Spain and a couple of American people. We're all there. And when we all were talking, we all had to explain or define what we were talking about because the language was just that different. Okay, I don't mean to go on and on about it. Oh yeah, yeah, you know, languages get really wild. And even here, you know, I may say something like I may lose myself and say, "Oh, you heifer," not a heifer, not a pregnant cow. I mean a heifer with an A or AH. And that right there is like back in the 70s and 80s when, you know, it's more so within a black community. Oh, shut up, heifer. You know, just things of that. Wait a minute. Okay, he says, you are so right. American English sucks, even if it's from England. Oh my good. Speak the most beautiful English. Yes. Can I have a spot of tea? Yeah, I mean, I try. You look, American English is a bit rough, but even when you have like Caribbean English, it sounds really cool. I don't understand what you're saying, but it sounds well. If I stop and really pay attention, I can get some. It's like, oh, I want tree. I I want tree the chicken man. Okay, that sounds bad. Forgive me. Forgive me. Heffelball. No, heifer, 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 a cow, right? But we say I'm sorry, Heifa. We drop the ER and add an A to place emphasis. Like, you know how, well, if you don't know, I'm going to tell you. It's like black women call each other not sister, but sister, sister. That places more of a closeness, more of a camaraderie. Now, when I'm calling you a heifer, I'm not trying to have a camaraderie with you. I'm trying to let you know, get yourself together. Oh man, I went off the beaten path. But let's go ahead and tie this up. Man, okay. Like Kris Jenner, oh man, Kris, I really hope that that you can resolve your health issue. And I pray that you can resolve that. I hope it's not as bad as it is. I just hope that when you go back to the doctor, it disappears, because I know, I've been there firsthand. And like many of us women have gone through certain things, because keeping a young guy named like Corey, uh, yeah, yeah, but you still got it, Kris. Rick Ross, you deserve that. You deserve that right and that left, just like that, being disrespectful. And J Lo is still unlikable, still unlikable. Oh, you know something? You got to, you. Wait a minute, that must have been a get back, because the other day I called up my friend. It was her birthday, and I'm sitting there talking. I knew it was her birthday, but I didn't acknowledge. I didn't acknowledge it, and so she's like, "Hey, you know what today is?" I said, "Happy birthday to you." Happy. She's like, "Oh, you got me." Yes, I got you good. I got you good. And I'm going to send you, I'm going to take a little clip. I'm going to send it for you, only you, and have you. I messed that one up. Yes, God bless you. And oh, yeah, thank you so much. Thank you. Ooh, blessings are needed, most definitely. Um, yeah, me too. I hope she gets better, and I hope Rick Ross is okay too. Okay, all right. I don't want to be totally heartless. I hope his chin is okay, his forehead is okay. I hope he's humbled, and I hope that arrogance got beat out of him when he was at the music festival. No, 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 no. In all sincerity, I hope so too. And J Lo, you're right. J Lo will be fine. She would. She has 9 lives. Oh wow! Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you too. Thank you all. You all rocking with me. I really appreciate that. Uh, thank you. I like to give out smiles, because I love being a content creator. I do, especially with all this stuff flying out, and a lot of content I do not make, because it's just not me. I'm not going to do the gossip stuff. I'm not going to do that, because once you get into that gossip realm, and then people start coming to your channel and signing up, and next thing you know, you got to keep on doing more and more and more to keep that dopamine coming in. And this is just me. So I know it's going to take me a while to grow. And I'm okay with that, because I want to attract people that we are a lot alike, so we all can have an exchange. So I have over what I'm almost at 3,000 now, subscribers. I'm going to eventually get to 5,000, but I would rather have people that rock with me and that really like what I do and jive with it, instead of me having to come up with some wild stuff to give you a dopamine fix. And then once I fall short of that, you're like, I'm going to unsubscribe. So I'm okay with that. And I just love the fact that I have you all. So love back. Oh, thank you. That means no, that means a lot. That means a lot. It does. It means a lot. It does. Thank you so much. Now, let me go ahead and go call my sister before she starts calling me again. Happy 4th. Be safe. Eat as much hot dogs and hamburgers or whatever you eat. Make sure you have some veggies and some fruit in there too. And be safe. On that note, I want to thank you for stopping by.